I guess kind of thinking about another one that's interesting is the last time we did a podcast, news had just broken um, about about Domas's broken thumb. The news broke about a broken thumb, and Sabonis missed one game, came back, taped it up, just like my thumb should have been taped up when I was a child. um, and Domas did the exact opposite. He decided not to go with the dramatic thing of getting surgery, and he's gonna play through it because he knows that if he misses 4 to 6 weeks, whatever it is, well, that would really put a big dent in their playoff chances. The Sacramento Kings, that is. As Sabonis said in the Athletic article that kind of broke that reported this, Sabonis said, "quote It's been a long summer, a lot of expectations. Everyone has put in a lot of work. Missing a large number of games just didn't seem right. If I could play through it, that's something I could at least try." End quote. And he seems to be doing pretty good. However, we noted before we even really knew if he was going to miss time or not, or what the situation was exactly, because he was just listed as questionable when the report came out. We wondered whether or not playing him, how much risk is there in like making the injury worse or furthering it? Now, I'm a firm believer that it's thumb injury and he's probably going to play through this no matter what. And nothing was probably going to stop him anyways. But the question still stands, what happens if he gets hurt and now he can't play again this season? I'm not saying that this isn't the right decision, but man, that sure comes up, doesn't it?
I think this injury is a little different, and I'm okay with him playing through it. Maybe I think the biggest reason is that it's his offhand. If this was his left hand thumb, it's like, okay, this is a different conversation. And yeah, it's like, of course, you need both hands in basketball. But man, if his dominant hand's thumb is broken, I think it's just a little different, right? You need that a little more. Domas is mostly a lefty guy when he scores, so that'd be a big deal. And from the reports I've read, it seems like no matter how many times it's going to get hit, it won't make it worse. It's just a pain tolerance thing, which makes me feel a little better about it. It's like, okay, like Tomas is just a trooper right now for playing through this, because it hurts, and it's going to hurt even worse if it gets hit, but it's not going to make the injury worse. And then I was also reading some accounts on social media, and again, like, these aren't credible sources, but I don't know. I don't know why people would lie about having this same type of injury. So this injury, I read a little more into it, is that the ligament in his thumb broke, and it took a little thumb, like a little like chunk of like thumb bone off with it. And so that's the injury. That's why they called it a fractured ligament. And so I was reading people who said that they had the same injury. And it's like, yeah, it's like, it hurts. Like, it's, it's uncomfortable. It's a broken ligament with a little piece of bone off. I mean, those who have broke bones know how hard it can be. So what they were saying was that, yeah, it like hurts. And it's like, it just, I mean, the long-term effects for these people, from what I read, was that, yeah, it hurts when it gets cold out, a couple of years down the line. So it's just maybe something he's putting himself at risk at, is like, I don't know, like he'll feel this down the line in his life, which, I wouldn't want him to put him through that, but it's not like life or death, or it doesn't seem like this injury can get too much worse if he continued playing on it. It's not like his foot or something. Like, again, like if it's a foot injury, it's a little different. I just think, like, I get it's your thumb and it's an important finger on your hand, but I don't know. It just seems like it's his offhand. He can play through it. It's not going to get worse. I mean, look how he's playing right now. It doesn't seem to be affecting him at all. So those are my thoughts. I'm okay with it, just because I don't think, I mean, it could, I don't know. Maybe it can get, I don't know. The doctors say it can't get worse. So I guess I trust their opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're 100% right. I mean, It's just I think the story here is just like this guy's just going to be playing through pain, and he's a freaking warrior. I think it's just this guy's tough as nails, and he's important to this team, and I think that matters so much more than just having him out there. Like, imagine being his teammate. Like, even if you didn't have a doubt in your mind that he'd miss any time, just seeing him actually do it and continue being the leader that he is, it just, I don't know. There's no way to convince me that this guy's not an elite generational basketball player. Like, this guy's so good. It's just in every facet of what he brings to a team, on and off the floor, in the locker room, out of the locker room, all these things. Again, like, freaking shout out to Monty McNair for getting this guy,
Yeah, honestly.
Seriously. And I don't know. I feel like this was just an excuse to kind of just be like, man, this guy's awesome. Like, regardless if you're a Kings fan or not, you don't even have to be a basketball fan necessarily. Like, this guy, what he does in his profession and in his, I wouldn't call it a craft, but you know what I mean. I wouldn't, but what he does in his sport, he's so good, and man, I hope that man, I don't want to say this. I don't hope that he has lingering pain from this, but don't you think that's the kind of lingering pain that if, knock on wood for Kings fans, let's say he somehow gets this team, a memorable historic moment, like, I don't know, something in the rafters, we'll just say, like he could think about that with the lingering pain,
Yeah,
like
it's like a reminder. I feel it's like, man. Like 80 years old. It's like looking at his thumb. It's gonna be like 20 degrees outside, and thumb's probably just aching. It hurts to bend it. It's like, yeah, this got me. This got us the 2022-2023 first place in the Pacific banner up in the Golden One Center.
Totally worth it.
Yeah, highlight of my life.
Now get my pain meds.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of funny. I like that. Just a reminder. And I know, like, and these were, like I said, like, lingering injuries. But these people that I was reading on social media, they're like, yeah, we also didn't have, world-class doctors. I was going to the Kaiser in South Sac. So it's like, okay, like, true. It is a lot different, the medical care he's getting. So hopefully he doesn't have to deal with that. I mean, does your thumb ever hurt, John?
Come on.
I had a wrist injury maybe 5-6 years ago. When it gets cold out, like, yeah, it hurts, and it's kind of like a pain because it's like, you don't. It's like, I don't know. It's like something you take for granted, right? It's like, it's kind of like when your nose isn't stuffy and it gets all like clogged and everything. You're like, yeah, remember those days I could just breathe normally through my nostrils? It's kind of like that. Just like when that wrist starts hurting, or when Domantas' thumb starts hurting, it's just kind of like it's an inconvenience, and it's just uncomfortable. But
you hear that, Domas? Just sit out for the rest of the year. Come on, think about your future self.
Yeah, dude, come on. But no, it's
throw in the towel, baby.
It's really just adding on just to everything he's doing, and it's like, and it's not, again, it's not like the most severe injury or life threatening. It's like a thumb injury. And to a normal working man, it probably mean a lot more to have a broken thumb or a fractured ligament, as they call it. But yeah, he's awesome for playing through it. And that first game he came back, put up 30 and 12 or something with 8 assists against Jokic, against the 2-time MVP. So in a win over the Nuggets on top of all of it. So he's then
goes 12 for 12 from the field against
it was that game. Oh my god!
No, that was against the
Jazz. Yeah,
yeah,
exactly though. But just the next game, he's just been incredible, and obviously this thumb's not going to slow him down at all. So I'm okay with him playing, and it just kind of adds on to the legacies or the building at Sac. I mean, really, And it's so hard to say because it's been so early on in his Sacramento career. He hasn't even played 82 games. I mean, I don't even know how many games he's played. Maybe 50 now. Probably
Yeah,
less than 60.
I think
But
I think it's I think it's 50 on the nose, isn't it? Because they played 35. Well, did he miss a game? He missed one game this year, so it's around there, 40 to 50.
around, yeah. And I mean, the things he's doing for Sacramento so far, while they're winning games, I mean, you can start putting him up there with all time Sacramento greats. Honestly, just because the list isn't that extensive.
Didn't he get to the 25-5 like or 20-10-5? I can't remember.
2025,
well, like
I believe.
The one that was the thing, and then Chris Webber had the
I
same number, but in like 400 games, and Domas did it in like 40. Yeah,
exactly. It's incredible, and he's just like I said, one of the best players that has ever been in Sacramento. And like we had Rondo, and he led the league in assists, but like what were the Kings doing that year, right? But this guy's actually putting results in the standings, and yeah, you can honestly say he's gonna. I mean, if he stays here long term, he's gonna be. Hopefully, hopefully one day he's gonna be competing with Weber. He's that good.